We're always looking for the most effective way to get people to raise their hands in our Facebook ads, or quite frankly, any ad or email. And we're getting that self identification, the triggering of the mirror neurons. But we have to hit people's story about the problem we can help them solve in different ways. That's why we hypertest positioning, different ways of entering the conversation to get me to raise my hand and say, yeah, hello, that's me. So here I'm talking about gradual compression socks. By the way, this is specifically for podcast style VSLs or VSL ads. If we don't get people's attention, if we don't own it, then it doesn't really leverage the true power of a podcast style VSL. And controversy is truly one of the best ways, most effective ways, I should say, of entering the conversation in a podcast style VSL, to state the root of the worst thing that people can be doing for the problem you help them solve and telling them why. So we have different ways of positioning that. Here I just have two: pain and energy, and SSRI, just to give you two completely different examples. So here I'm starting off with compression socks being the symbol that gets people's attention to replace the things that they're used to taking. So I'm meeting high awareness, offer awareness through these symbols: ibuprofen, opioids, coffee, energy drinks. These are symbols that people can readily identify with, and it's at top of awareness for what people are doing for pain and a lack of energy, or feeling fatigued. So meeting that high awareness with the controversial statement that compression socks are going to replace the things that they're aware of gets their immediate attention. And now that I have in this case, a more seasoned pixel, it makes that positioning even more effective. But instead of entering with the compression socks, I can use the symbols as the starting point into the controversial conversation. Stop taking Advil for pain or drinking cup after cup of coffee for energy. Masking pain and getting fake stress energy aren't the answers. So that's the person, me, speaking the podcast style VSL. So it's like, okay, guys, stop taking Advil for pain or drinking cup after cup of coffee for energy. It's not real energy, guys. It's fake energy. It's stress energy. It's the kind of energy where you're up and then you crash, you're down, you've got nothing. And so we're just constantly compensating. There's a better way, guys. We need to get fresh blood and fresh oxygen to the heart and brain. And the best way to do that is not with ibuprofen or coffee or energy drinks or anything like that. It's compression socks, gradual compression socks. We are pushing blood and oxygen back to the heart and brain instead of allowing it to pull and stagnate, because we're on our feet all the time, because we're sitting all the time, because life is stressful. Wearing these socks replaces all those things that make us feel jittery, and then we can't sleep at night, and then we're exhausted in the morning, and then we're again and again and again just stuck in this cycle. Compression socks gets us out of this cycle. The 20 to 30 pressure pushes the blood. It mimics the pressure of healthy veins to push the blood and oxygen to the heart and brain. So we're energized. We think clearly. We wake up with energy. We fall asleep easy. We stay asleep all night. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the power of compression, right? So we have different ways of entering the conversation, and I'm just riffing off of that. And right here, whether you're I said in the descriptive copy for this very video, the expert or barely know anything about it, by knowing your 80%, and I did some mock-up 80% here. Show this tab. Show the new tab, would you? So how does the 20 to 30 millimeters of mercury, that's what it is, help with neuropathy? So it gives me all these reasons. Great. So now, like, what are people taking for neuropathy? What are things that I can use as symbols to have a controversial entrance into the conversation? So I picked SSRIs, where they create blunting. That's when you feel emotionally dead. Nothing's exciting. Nothing feels good. You don't give an F about anything. And is masking your neuropathic symptoms worth not feeling anything? No, when there's a better way, a more effective way to circulate blood into the dried up nerves, flooding them so we squelch pain at the core where it begins. So we're entering at that high point of awareness, people taking specifically, and specificity wins the day, y'all. So we're getting very specific people to raise their hands. And that way we can have multitudes of positioning. It's like I can have job positioning, right? I'm on my feet. If you're not wearing compression socks on your long shifts, you're suffering. I'm sorry, but you have no chance at any real energy, clear thinking without wearing compression socks, right? We can hit the high point of awareness that people's legs hurt. Your legs, look, guys, when we're in the middle of a long shift, our legs are guaranteed to hurt unless you're wearing the right compression socks, right? So, and we can hit it harder. I can get more controversial. The reason why you're exhausted at work isn't because you're not drinking enough coffee, even isn't because you're not drinking enough energy drinks, isn't because you didn't get enough sleep last night. It's because your circulation is crap. You got no blood circulation, so you got no chance at energy, and you got no chance of living in a pain-free body. Instead, your legs hurt, your neck hurts, your back hurts, everything hurts. You're exhausted, brain fog. No, you can't put a simple sentence together. That's not brain fog, that's brain dead. Circulating fresh blood and oxygen is the answer. And the best way to do that is compression socks, gradual compression socks, tailor-made, specifically designed to mimic the pressure of healthy veins to push blood and oxygen back to the heart and brain. That is how we can have pain-free shifts, right? So there I am doing a podcast VSL. I just write that. And when you know something deeply, you can riff it in a multitude of ways and exercise positioning in as many different ways as you can to get the most people to raise their hands. So where's the controversy is another way of asking, where's the beef? Where's the money? Where's the best way to get people to raise their hands and self-identify with the problem you can help them solve? And when you do it in a podcast style way, just like I'll do it one more time, just off the cuff. So guys, everybody is talking about emotional blunting. That's when you feel emotionally dead from taking SSRIs, right? If you're taking SSRIs and feeling emotionally just gone, you feel nothing. You don't feel good. You don't feel bad. You just don't feel. Is that really worth squelching your neuropathy symptoms? Or would you prefer to help get rid of those neuropathy symptoms where they begin, dried up nerves, get fresh blood into those nerves, and live pain-free while being able to feel everything? We can do that with compression socks. 20 to 30 millimeters of mercury of pressure mimics the pressure of healthy veins and pushes blood and oxygen. And every dried up nerve can then get flooded with fresh blood, squelching pain where it begins. And you can do that with tailor-made Sock Miracle compression stockings. It really is that easy. So when we understand where the controversy is, we can hit it in so many different high awareness ways using symbols. Questions? Oops, I was showing the wrong tab. Here's what I was actually working on. Anyways, questions, let me know.